Does everything look good?
Everything looks great.
Good. Because it's time to record
SMSoup.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to SMSoup, the number one podcast with soup in the name but not on the brain. I'm Spencer.
I'm Shelby.
And together, Shelby and I take you on a journey through life and its biggest questions and things that are happening and current events and things that happened and deep dives and movies and TV and all the things. And sometimes we ask the important questions like...
I threw up. Waiter, how is this soup made?
Waiter, how is this soup made? Or why do we exist? Or
You see, it's a giant metaphor.
things of that such.
Metaphor ruined. As soon as you have to say it's a metaphor, it's ruined.
Shelby, how are you?
I'm good.
A metaphor is just a simile that doesn't use like or as.
For having me. You're a simile. And things are good in the neighborhood. How are you?
Good.
Has anything exciting in life happened
Not
recently?
loving the energy. Let's dive into the meat and potatoes of today's episode and what we're here to actually talk about.
All right.
No, nothing exciting. Our gas light came on for the first time.
Yeah, that was crazy. What?
It's your fault.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Well, I mean, yeah, I was driving it, so I
No.
should have filled it.
That's not what I meant.
No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Because
exactly what you're going to say is the exact reason I always do the opposite.
Huh?
What were you about to say?
In the car, Shelby keeps
Uh-huh.
the thingamabob.
Speedometer. Oh, like
The front, the information
display.
center display. Shelby keeps it on the speed that we're going.
okay. Why do you think I do that?
To see the exact speed you're going?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Why do you need that?
Because I like seeing what speed I'm going quickly.
But you can't tell if you're going 65 miles per hour.
Okay, so what is your argument to having? Mm-hmm.
I know. I like to have however many miles we have left.
In the tank.
In
Because
the
you
tank.
can't tell where
I
our
can't
gas
tell.
tank is
I
at.
can't tell exact miles. Okay, that I can't. That I can't. However, yes, you are right. But I did get a little mad because I was like, I've never had to think about this because I never look anymore at the E to F scale.
I always look at it.
Never.
I always.
Never look at it. I'm so used to just being told how many miles I have, which is more exact technically than
That's
the
fair.
like thing. Whereas I get that also the actual speed limit is more exact than like I'm between 65 and 70, but I don't actually know.
Right. Yeah. No, our car yelled at us and they were like, I'm thirsty. And we went, uh-oh, because that's literally the first time it's ever beeped at us.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say in college, I got beeped at once.
We got beeped at a couple of times with the Durango because we could like just make it out to college in that.
Yeah, like
On
I
a
think
full
that's I
tank. And
think
so
that's
we
why
would-
I've gotten beeped at.
It would normally beep at us while we were on. And the Durango was scary because if that thing was beeping, it meant that you had probably about
Like,
30 miles
yeah.
left in the tank.
Not a lot, depending on where
Um,
you're at.
The Volkswagen that we have beeped when we had 55 miles left.
But
yeah,
it's never
it's
beeped
crazy.
at us
Crazy.
because we normally don't let the gas go under a quarter of a tank.
Yeah.
Give or
Sorry,
take.
I'll check my privilege at the door. Not everybody can just fill up their gas tanks.
That's fair. But
We're just constantly filling it. If I drive it once, I fill it right up.
but yeah, that was wild. I literally, honestly, I panicked because we just had it to the shop, and I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with
I
it?"
know. I
That
panicked
was my
too.
panic.
I know.
But
I know.
yeah.
We have 3 more episodes after this one that we need to pre-record.
Mhm.
So, let's not give up all
Give up all of our exciting day-to-day life.
Listen,
Ooh,
I know there's
my car needs gas.
there's literally like nothing else though. So that's why I'm saying let's not just fucking spill it all right here.
All right,
Okay?
all right.
Let's fucking save some of it. You
Stay
fuck.
tuned. Will we fill up our gas tank? Will we not?
Well, no, they won't know about that until after we've been back after our vacation, which at that point, we're going to forget we even talked about this.
I'll never forget.
Yeah, you will. 100%.
All right, let's get to the vegetables and lentils, if you will, of the conversation. What are we talking about today?
You saw me?
I believe we're here to get to the bottom of Father's Day. And by get to the bottom of Father's Day, we are going to figure out, right? That's what we're talking about?
It is now.
We're going to figure out the best way to celebrate Father's Day.
I think, do we know the history of Father's Day? This would have maybe
Not
been
in any capacity.
a nice deep dive. But to me, it reeks
Which do you think came first?
So my assumption and hope is Mother's Day came first. And if that's the case, Father's Day was definitely in retaliation.
Yeah.
Which is so funny because I'm not going to say there aren't dads out there who like do most of the work in terms of parenting. There are obviously single fathers and like stuff like that. But the type of person who says, "What about me?" in response to X, Y, or Z having a day when they're typically a part of like the patriarchy.
Yeah.
Is always just so funny. And that's exactly what Father's Day reeks of. Not saying dads don't deserve to be celebrated. Obviously, we all have a mom and dad at some point in our lives.
Right.
Also, not saying all parents should be celebrated.
Right.
However,
it's complicated.
Yeah, it's very complicated. However, I'm a big fan of both of my parents.
Mm-hmm.
You know, without them, I technically wouldn't be here. Jury's still out on that one. Like whether or not I actually am grateful for that.
Oh.
But no, they, for the most part, it was a fairly easy 18 years living under their iron fist. But all of that's to say, I'm not a big fan of
I'm not either.
Mother's Day or Father's Day.
I'm not either, but I like to a degree. I'm gonna say I get it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of,
because I will say more often than not, being a parent is a like very thankless job. Calling it a job is odd, but it's a very thankless job. Like, yes, you more often than not just hopefully decide to be a parent.
It's a thankless job.
But you also like, I mean, you do give up a lot. Like you change everything about your life.
Yeah, you make the choice to do that though.
Yes. I'm agreeing with that. I'm not saying, it's not like I'm like, you asked for this and like that's a weird tone to take, but
neener, you asked for this.
But
you wanted it, you got it. An ungrateful child.
Yeah, literally. But I think one, of course, like capitalism runs rampant with it. And they're like, you gotta get all this stuff for your parent. That's stupid.
I mean, it's just, it literally falls into the camp of Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
For me, where it's just like, you really need one day to be like, oh, yeah. I appreciate this person.
Right. I mean, in some cases, yeah, because some people suck and are forgetful. And
I was going to say, is it a good, reminder on the calendar to call?
Right.
The parent?
Right. I feel like that's what it is,
Yeah. So yeah, some millennial fuck was really looking out for all of us. No, it was clearly probably a baby boomer, right? Who was upset that their child no longer called. So they were like, we're writing this into law. I bet it was Nixon.
So, Mother's Day did come first.
Of course.
Of course it did.
Of course.
Sorry, I am literally skimming this as we talk.
And you just know, right? That everybody's like, oh, I don't understand why I need to celebrate moms. Where's Father's Day, right? Like, why don't we, if we're going to celebrate moms, why don't we celebrate fathers? And then somebody was just like, I mean, yeah, I guess.
So the roots of Mother's Day are drawn back to the 1860s.
That's close to Nixon.
Post-Civil War era.
At that point, you were still living with your parents. Why do you need a special day?
Because they were used to bring together the mothers of Confederate and Union soldiers. Like, it was used as a way to be like, listen, we're all moms at the end of the day. Like, it was kind of used as a soothing.
No. Just
no. No?
Oh my God. No, I mean, I hear you, but like, that is literally like.
They called it Mother's Work Day.
I don't want to like.
But it didn't become a commercial. It didn't become a commercial holiday until 1908.
I'm not saying bold year to make something kind of like commercially into effect. I'm not saying the South during the Civil War is on par with Nazis, but I'm just trying to imagine Mother's Day coming into effect during World War II, and it was for like all European mothers to get together.
Yeah.
And like you, a child soldier,
right.
Your mom comes home and you're like, what the fuck? Why were you having tea with those scumbags? And they're just like, at the end of the day,
a mom's a mom.
They're just a mom.
And
that's immediately what popped in my head. Again, not saying it's on par with that. However,
this event was held in West Virginia, and it was
born and raised.
It was literally meant to, like bring together people.
That's so.
I think
dumb.
It was actually a form
that.
of. I think it was actually rooted in a form of like activism to kind of like soothe the probably like general public feelings around everything. Try and bring back a sense of community.
Hey, I know we have all this bad blood between us. Some of us want to own people. Some of us think we shouldn't be allowed to do that. But at the end of the day,
right.
We're all white. We're all right, you know?
But so basically retailers saw a huge profit in Mother's Day, and in 1914, Woodrow Wilson approved that the second Sunday in May is a holiday in honor of, quote, that tender, gentle army, the mothers of America. So that started in 1914, but small celebrations of it started in 1860. And then Father's Day, quote, this is from history.com, by the way, like the History Channel. The campaign to celebrate the nation's fathers did not meet the same enthusiasm, perhaps because, as one florist explained, fathers haven't the same sentimental appeal that mothers have. Yes and no. Again, that's very situational.
Like, yeah, I mean,
a bold statement.
And maybe like historically, yeah, but like I don't know, in modern times, again, like you've got your solo dads and stuff like that. I mean, you still had them back then too, I'm sure.
And basically, West Virginia also tried to hold an event that was Father's Day related, but it didn't like quite catch on. But
and what year was Father's Day? Sorry.
The original known event for Father's Day was 1908. So that
I thought you said Mother's Day was 1908 commercially.
Commercially, it was like 1909, 1914. It became a federal holiday.
Mother's Day,
not federal holiday, but became like a nationally recognized holiday.
Mother's Day,
1914. But
Father's Day,
origins of Mother's Day are rooted back to 1860.
Yeah. Father's Day, you're saying they tried it on 1908?
Yeah.
But then
like a small group tried organizing a Father's Day event, also in West Virginia, which is very odd. I wonder if it's because they like also were Mother's Day. They were like, well, we should do Father's Day. And then in 1909.
But the West Virginia thing happened in
1860.
During the Civil War.
Yeah. But then in 1909, in Spokane, Washington, woman named Sonora Smart Dodd, one of 6 children raised by a widower, tried to establish an official equivalent to Mother's Day for male parents. So she was successful. Washington state celebrated the nation's first statewide Father's Day in 1910, and then Wilson signed it in as a holiday in 1916.
Good old
so there were
Woodrow.
only 2 years that Mother's Day existed without Father's Day, but it was a widowed. I don't know. I guess what would that have been? Was that her dad passed or her mom passed?
I'm assuming mom.
I'm also assuming. But was it like to be like in honor of her father? Like my brain immediately was like, maybe I shouldn't assume that was the direction.
No, I would imagine it was a solo father. Because again, those are that's the situation where I'm like, yeah, you deserve a lot of credit. Any solo parent,
oh my God.
or caretaker or anything deserves a lot of like respect and everything like that, because we've also talked about it, you know, constantly, that like the 40-hour work week's really not supposed to be a thing. Like really, like one couple is supposed to work 40 hours and that's really it, because like the idea is that like in the past only one person was probably going to work, blah blah blah, right? And so like we've also talked about how like parenting and everything else that happens within your life can equate to effectively a full-time job, and for somebody to have to actually work and also then do double duty, and also puts a lot of pressure on the kids too. So we should have a national, oh, well, we have Sunday, and that's every week. So why no daughter day?
What? Oh.
Nice.
I was like, where are you going with that?
So
I see.
for the perfect Father's Day,
Perfect Father's Day.
obviously with all of these days, it's very simple. What is your parent like?
Exactly.
Do that thing.
Exactly.
Does your parent like food? Go out to dinner.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it's fun.
I think the capitalist nature of man like steak. Buy these Omaha steaks.
Yeah.
Girl like flour. 1-800-Flowers. Buy your mom some flowers.
Right.
Yeah,
I
you know,
agree.
like I think like a nice gift, but like you know, don't buy somebody something just to buy them something.
Agreed.
That's why I think dinner is kind of the perfect thing.
I
And
agree.
honestly, the real key to a good Father's Day.
Mhm.
So I'm thinking about this from like my point of view,
Mhm.
right? I have both my mom and my dad. You know, shout out to me. Not, you know, I'm one of the lucky ones. If you're in a situation like that, the best Father's Day is to not do anything at all. Trust me. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
Because here's why. And just make sure you did something for Mother's Day.
What do you mean?
Like make sure you did something for Mother's Day.
Like you
Dinner,
can't...
something like that. Father's Day, do nothing. Because you never want to potentially overshadow Mother's Day.
I see.
Because Mother's Day is very clearly the more important one.
Yeah.
I think in like any regard. Again, unless you're like, you have a solo parent or something
In
like
a
that.
very stereotypical situation, Mother's Day tends to be the more attention grabbing one. Yes.
Yeah. And so yeah. That's the key to a perfect Father's Day.
Yeah, I feel like Father's one.
Buy him a tie.
No, don't buy him a tie.
Why? It's funny.
It's so silly because like why
I know, that's why I said it's funny.
I like barely enjoy getting Mother's Day gifts. Like usually like the US tradition and capitalist tradition is like getting a small gift. And I know we both are like, that's kind of stupid. And we've already said that. But like, I already dislike having to get Mother's Day gifts. Occasionally, I can like come up with something like, because even like gifts can be useful. Like their favorite coffee, trying a new coffee, having like, again, it can like that can be a gift, obviously. And obviously, it heavily depends on who your parents are and what they like
right.
you said. But Father's Day gifting sucks. It literally sucks.
Yeah, because what do you get a dad that a dad doesn't already have?
Exactly. They don't need another tool.
Nope.
They don't need a tool/gadget. Like they just like don't need any of that shit unless they're really into something and you
also,
hit the
dads
jackpot.
are the type of people to like literally do the thing where it's like they really don't ever want anything.
Right.
It's really annoying,
Right.
you know? And like anytime, and then so if anything, they need stuff, right? You know, very practical creatures, fathers.
Right.
So like, yeah, they're working on a project or something like that. Don't buy them another project, right? Like,
because they're going to take 2 years to finish the one they're doing.
You can only buy them something if it's going to help them with a project, which if they know about the project, they already have the thing to do the project. They just haven't done it yet.
Yeah. No, I know. It's the worst.
It's the worst. Fathers are the worst.
They are the worst.
They deserve nothing.
My go-to with both is genuinely either mostly food and then maybe an experience. So like, for Mother's Day, we literally just like went out to brunch.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That's perfect.
And then we kind of just hung out. Like it was easy. Father's Day, it would be like, oh, we'll like make you breakfast, and then yeah, maybe we'll go out for like dinner. If
I
you're
mean,
into
normally
it.
I'm not in the same state as either of my parents, so the best they get is a phone call.
I mean, yeah, same more often than
And then
not.
it's like, if I think of it and see them semi soon to that day, like, I'll pay for dinner or something and be like,
Right.
Happy Father's Day.
Right.
Happy Mother's Day.
Right. Like to me,
Best you get is a phone call.
I can't wrap my head around. I don't know, maybe I just don't get it. Maybe I'm an asshole. That's fine. I just can't wrap my head around like anything that extravagant. And I just get like really annoyed. And again, obviously this is me just yelling about capitalism again, but I just get really annoyed like at all the stupid like, oh my God, the perfect gift for Father's Day. Oh my God. And it's just the same shit every year.
Like I said, it's steaks or it's like,
or it's I'll say grooming kit. Like it's a like,
which I got him last year. He doesn't need another one.
What do you do?
Yeah, no, 100%. One hundo P.
I think the only, I'll say, industry that sometimes I think I'll say does it right, even though I don't even love the industry, is sometimes people make really good cards. Like the witty things you can come up with for Father's Day are sometimes really funny.
Yeah.
So that sometimes I'm like, that I appreciate. But then you're just buying a card that's going to get thrown away anyway. So yeah, I just don't know. Oh wait, I did get my dad something. I found this at a thrift store. It's from the 70s, which describes the color of it. Sorry if anyone's listening via audio, but it's a 70s booklet on like what are supposed to be authentic wok, like WOK recipes, and he's really into cooking on his wok. So, I found this at a thrift store, and this will be what I'm giving to him. I just honestly, more than anything, the cover looks sick because it's from the 70s. But yeah, so it does have some little recipes like that.
Paper wrapped chicken.
Yeah. Just wait till we're up there. He's going to make us so many fancy things.
Little spare ribs, Shanghai style.
Oh, no. Are you saying?
You tell me to stop when you hear something that your papa's going to actually make for us.
Okay.
Pickled radishes.
All right.
Okay. Chinese barbecued pork.
Probably.
Yeah, I could see that.
I could see
the little spear ribs, Shanghai style, so that way he could say like, I made spare ribs Shanghai style. Like I could feel, like it's something that he would eat.
Yeah.
And also like I feel like he'd get a kick out of being able to say he did it. Yeah. Traditional soups. Tomato egg flour soup.
Yeah, he's not gonna make soup.
Velvet sweet corn soup. Celery, cabbage, and meatball soup.
Hey, maybe.
Tofu soup. Ooh, that with 8 treasures.
Whoa, what are the treasures?
You have to read the book
sick.
to find out.
But yeah,
not right now.
I did find that, which was pretty exciting for Father's Day, because it's different. And even if he doesn't, which I feel like he'll glance over it, maybe he'll try something. And worst case, I just love the cover of it. It's really fun.
Well, as long as you love it.
Yeah, I love it. I'm just gonna take it back.
I know.
No, I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
But we basically just said we're gonna talk about Father's Day, and then we said we don't do Father's Day. We literally just did what we always do.
No, I gave the perfect Father's Day.
We do nothing.
Yes.
I mean, yeah. The nice thing about Father's Day in the US is it's in June. So it's like
perfect for a cookout.
It's gonna be a good day, yeah. Get the grill out.
Unless it rains.
That's true.
Hopefully it rains. And you do nothing. As you should. Best bet is to not say a single word to your father on Father's Day. And then on Monday, you text him and say, hey, sorry about that, but you know. And he'll go, yeah, I know. And then you're good. That's how you do it. Any questions? Any follow-ups?
Are you going to be offended when Grogu doesn't say Happy Father's Day?
No. I don't care. I'm not the type of person who gets offended when somebody doesn't recognize me for something that does not matter. Case in point, my birthday. I had people... My birthday is quite literally the easiest day to remember for most Americans, I'll say.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, it's Christmas Eve. And I had people text me on Christmas to say happy birthday. They are not the same. And I do not care. Because guess what? I, one, don't know anybody's birthdays. And two, the people I do are very easy to remember. And three, I don't think it's far-fetched to like accidentally get the wrong day. We literally did it with our one friend.
Yeah, we did.
There are just bigger things to be upset about than not being told Happy Father's Day or Happy Birthday, or I don't really have anything in my life that I would get recognized for. I wouldn't even get recognized for Father's Day.
Right.
You know, I don't care. I don't care.
I get recognized every year, National Donut Day.
You get recognized every year.
Although I missed National Donut Day this year and I didn't get a donut.
March?
What's in March? Oh, International Women's Day.
International Women's Day?
Yeah, I guess. Nothing happens. I'm not saying anything should. I'm just saying.
No, I mean, no. Things should happen and things do happen. All I'm saying is, it's just not, none of these things are worth getting up in arms about, whether or not you do get recognized or don't get recognized, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you're a woman and somebody doesn't wish you a happy International Women's Day
is that?
On March 8th?
Yeah, generally.
I don't know what day it is, but, you know, and that upsets you, like...
The best gift to get your woman on International Women's Day.
And if you are a man and you see a fucking company post Happy International Women's Day and your first response is, where's International Man's Day? Delete yourself from the internet. That's it.
I was trying to see really quick.
But like, it's just like, one, every other day, and two, why does it matter? The fucking company is just doing it because they'll get some goodwill. If you think Exxon actually cares about the ocean, they don't. Or women, sorry. Both.
Yes. Correct. I was thinking, I guess I'm too late.
So you better wrap it up because I'm getting ranty.
I was trying to really quick. Oh, literally, it says gifts for top recommended categories for gifts for dad on Amazon. Speakers, grooming, clothing, and tool sets. Those are the 4 top options.
What about
that you can get delivered today? I'm going to get my dad a cat.
You can buy a cat on Amazon?
I'm going to give my dad our cat.
Our cat who's chomping away
Rogue,
right
what do
now?
you think?
All right.
That's it.
Was that successful?
I don't know.
All right. We have like 3 more of these to record.
Yeah, so...
Hey, catch us in the next one when we're wearing the same clothing.
Wow. Happy Father's Day to all fathers out there.
Rate and review the podcast where we talk about soup.
Soup.
We talked about soup this episode.
We did. It has 8 treasures.